Put some clay in yesterday. Beautiful. Good afternoon. From an eye squinting, very bright, slightly breezy. Currently stress free but could change. Slightly poorly shoulder but not too bad. Ready for a coffee. Peterborough. I have listened and I have read all your comments regarding the Upflow filter, and there is some really good ones, forcing me to do more research. Yes, Phil, Telford Koi Pond. It's my turn to suffer now. More research. So with regard those people who said raise the water level, I have raised the sensor now to put the maximum amount of water I can get in without it all pouring down to drain. And I've also taken a look at the 3 level probes. The longest one doesn't seem to do anything, but somebody else might be able to help me out there. The shortest probe is what initiates the rinse. From the tip of the short probe 80 mil up to the water level after a rinse. So I should have 80 mil of water to play with before the initiation of the cleaning rinse cycle. I'll show you what I mean. You go first. So this is about as high as I can get it without the water pouring down the drain, which would clearly be a waste. This is the level probe, and from the tip of the low probe up to, say, this point, the black part of the body, as soon as the drum has had a rinse, that water needs to be 80 mil from there down to the tip, which should give me more dwell time. I have never moved this because it worked, but I've marked it with a pencil line just in case it doesn't work. I'm now going to initiate a clean, and I have got 4 buckets of water just in case things go badly wrong with this unit. Let's go. Oh, let's not go. I'll get back to you. So that's one clean done. Valve has worked perfectly. Timer has worked perfectly. Water level previously dropped completely out of the skimmer. Top up is active, but as we know it's pitifully slow. Water level has dropped and now exposes the drive shaft. The level probe is still covered, so has not initiated a clean sweep sequence, but the water level is still dropping. If I can do this clean without that exposed to dry air, then we've won. As long as it stays wet, we've won. Like an expectant father here. So what I'll do is, first of all, I'll apologise because I didn't press the record button to watch the sequence of the Upflow filter cleaning, but just watch Writers. It's exactly the same because it is Writers. So I will get back to you at some time just to show you how the water level's doing, if it's recovered and if the drum has gone out of control. Cheers for now. Right, it's been about half an hour. Still pitiful. Water level's way low. Lift this up. Dry shaft now exposed. probe on the right. Going to go dry soon, which will initiate a clean, and that will drop about maybe half a litre of water. I don't know if I can make the top up any faster than what it is, apart from missing out the three-stage filter and just leaving it up to the big blue. I'll see what that does. I'll bypass that. But up to now, it's still not working despite the efforts of all of you out there. Still not there. Right, how are we doing? This has been about 10 minutes. Water level has dropped considerably in there. Top up continues to be pitiful. I heard the drum clean once, and the probe was on the black section when I set it up. So as you can see, it's dropping down onto the silver bit. Water level in the dirty side has dropped. It's displaying the hallmarks of certainly dropping a lot more than 30-40 litres, and I still don't get that. So if this is out of control now, simply by lowering the probes, it's out of control slowly. But I don't want to set that probe level any lower until I finally get the water level up to where it should be, because I don't know where it should be now. We shall see. Cat made a fantastic meal last night, and there was lots of spicy stuff in it, so I was missing for a while. Sorry, I'll get back to you. Okay, so I think that's about its second clean, which is not too bad considering. Water level is generally up to the channel, the waste channel, the waste chute. As you can see, it's well below now. Probe still not has got back up to the full height because we have insufficient water in the pond. Water level still low in there, but I haven't had to use my 48 litres yet. More on this saga later. So, as the experiments continue, I've now disconnected the 3-stage. It now just goes through the pre-filter at the big blue. Let's go see the progress on that. Well, much better. That's topping up considerably faster. How's it doing in here? Water level coming up. Probe still covered. Drive shaft now covered. That's working a lot better. Hell of a lot better. So was the issue only down to the fact that I couldn't top up the pond fast enough? We shall see. So what I will do is I'll leave the max level of the pond where it is. I'll move the probes back if I need to, but just for a bit of peace of mind I won't drop the filter, the upflow filter, for another 3 or 4 days, because there's no point doing anything with it. I'll tip the 48 litres, the 4 buckets back into the pond, then I'm off for a coffee. Day 2, Upflow faffing. You go first. Just been fed, as have I. Well, we're going to have another go. I've done some mods. Got my safety buckets, about 45 to 48 litres. And the drum has just had a rinse and a clean. Let me just take this lid up. Right, I'll show you one or two bits in here. You've got to remember this. So that's the waste chute and the edge of the waste chute, which you can see. 3 probe sensor. The left hand side doesn't seem to do anything. The middle one, when that goes dry, just turns both pumps off in my case. The one on the right hand side is, when that goes dry, it starts a rinse. Now you'll notice that there's a black tie wrap on there. That black tie wrap marks 8 centimetres from the bottom of the sensor up. So as this is filling, I'll explain how I see it, how to set up the water level in these drums. So basically, from the top of the drum to the top of the waste chute is 140 millimetres, 14 centimetres. So you cannot go lower than that, because the water will naturally just go straight over the top, down the chute and disappear. As mine's running now, mine's about 2 centimetres below that, so plenty of space. You have to set the rinse probe depth to 8 centimetres with a fully running set of pumps, and you've just had a rinse. Once the rinse is complete and the pumps are still running, you take the 8 centimetre mark and drop it to the water level, and then you fasten down the probe sensors. So even though the drum has been working absolutely fine with the probes up at the top, it doesn't look as though that's the correct position. So I've lowered it down in a test position, how it reads in the manual. Do your research. So I'm going to do a upflow test and see if we can maintain the water level. As you know from earlier little bits of this video, I've discontinued using the 3-stage filter system, the 3-stage pods. So now it is only the pre-filter and the big blue. Hence the water pressure is a hell of a lot better, and in my mind can fill a lot quicker. Let's see how this goes. As I keep reminding you, I'm going to do this manually. That's now counting down. I've only set that to 6 seconds. So I've now shut off the pump. This is now cleaning. So we know that the upflow filter is successful. It will clean, it will dump water. My biggest concern is, can I top up the water before the drum goes out of control? Let's see how this works out. This is set to, I think, 76 seconds. It still might not be enough, but we shall see. Still another 42 seconds to go, so I do apologise. And the upflow is full of fly larvae, little worms. 25 seconds to go. That's going down. That's the water level. You can see the tie wrap just touching the surface. It's full in there. It's counting down from 5 seconds, then I turn the valve back on. Okay, let's see what happens now. Pump demanding water. So this is now refilling. As you can see, a second flush is definitely the way forward, but at the moment I can't guarantee that the first flush is not going to send the drum out of control. Water level dropping, as you can imagine. Top up on its way. The upflow now is running, and I'm happy with that. This is the concern. I really don't want that right hand probe to go dry and start rinsing. I really want the top up to beat it and get there before it. So there's the top up racing away. Let's see how we go on. I won't bore you any further with that, watching things top up and not top up. I'll get back to you. Stay tuned. Not needed. One rinse only, but clean air. Topping up is just about caught up. And the right hand probe has got nowhere near any danger point to initiate a constant rinse out of the drum. So thank you all for your input. It works. Now I've got to do maybe 1.5 or 2 rinses, but that's another story. I apologise to 1 or 2 subscribers when I did the drum review. I did have about another 90 seconds of that video, lost it, put the video out and then found it, how it works. So just a little bit of an addendum to the drum video. It's awesome. If you have the funds, and yes I know it's expensive, buy one. Just buy one. Mine come from Quenny. I can only recommend Quenny. I can only recommend the QK15. Buy one. Speak to Quenny, speak to Mike Hughes, but do your homework, and like myself and Phil Telford, do your research. Anyway, I'm happy with the upflow. Thanks to Terry. Works an absolute treat. Look after your family. 2 jabs. Take care. Stay safe. Goodbye.